Hello, Scorpio. This is your February 2019. Alright, Scorpio, let's see. Scorpio, it feels like you guys have been battling something for a while. Yep. First card that came out is the 10. 10 of Rods. 10 of Rods. What's going on, Scorpio? What are you holding on to? What are you trying to keep from leaving you? Or what are you not wanting to go away? What are you not wanting to end? What are you doing, Scorpio? It seems like you're holding on for dear life. Some of you have been in a relationship that you needed to let go of for quite some time, but you are still refusing to pay attention to the red flags. You're still refusing to see things for what they truly are. You're still waiting for someone to return. It feels like that you are standing alone in a situation. There's no one around you supporting you on your decision to wait for this person. It feels like most people that are around you are trying to encourage you to let something go and to move forward. Again, I have the 9 of Pentacles, which is telling me that you've received a message or you've received some information or guidance from someone, whether it's praying on it, whether it's the universe sending you the messages and getting the downloads, or it is a best friend, a coworker, a family member. Somebody is letting you know that you deserve better. Somebody's letting you know that there is more to come if you would just allow it. But you'll never find out as long as you keep holding on to the past. So Scorpios, some of you are making a decision to let go. Some of you are making a decision to let go, and some of you have. In fact, when you have the 6 of Swords, it shows that you have gotten away from something, or someone has actually either walked away from you. Depending on your scenario, which way this goes is the way you can interpret it for yourself. But either you've left or someone has left, and they are getting away quickly. Somebody has turned their back on you. This could be a friendship. This may not even be having to do with love right here. This may be a friendship that somebody turned their back on you, or somebody betrayed you. Maybe somebody wasn't honest with you, or maybe someone that was close to you was involved with your partner, and you had no idea. For some of you, you may have trusted someone that broke your heart, or gave someone too much trust or too much authority over a certain situation, and now you've lost control of it. For some of you, you may have lent money to someone, and they have taken off with your money, meaning they're not coming back. They're not going to pay you whatever it is you're expecting. You're not going to get the money unless you sue them for it. It's not going to come. For some of you, you've dealt with a third-party situation. For some of you, you may be involved in building, restructuring, redoing a home, rehoming. Maybe you're moving to a new home. Some of you may have invested into the situation. It may not even be just your home. Some of you may have financially invested to your relationship. Some of you were definitely told, as the Page of Cups shows you, you were told that someone is offering you love. They told you this. They promised you that. Somebody was making a promise to keep up with you, to stay on time with you, meaning not misguide you. They weren't making false promises to you. Somebody promised to give their heart and soul to you, and that's what I see with this card, being the Page of Cups. It's somebody offering you their heart and everything, but yet at the same time, they sit here with the 9 of Cups, telling me that they still have many options, and they are not just having you as their choice, but that they do still have options around them. So be careful, because what you see here, and what appears to be a fish coming out of that cup, could be a Pisces you're dealing with as well, Scorpio. But at the same time, somebody may be trying to make an offer to you that is not true, or it is not what they say it is. For some of you, Scorpios, I get the 2 of Swords, because you are definitely stuck trying to make a decision between your past and your current present situation. Some of you still have someone sending some deceit, some lies. They're not being very honest with you. Somebody's not wanting to tell you the truth. The waters are very choppy, meaning that things are not running smoothly between you and your partner right now. There also may be some distance Okay, when these are spread wide enough, there may be some distance in between you and your partner, or something has come between you and your partner, or someone. Understand that nothing can get in to even rescue you through this, because you see all the different rocks in the way. No boat could get in here to rescue if they needed to. Something's not allowing something to penetrate through. Somebody is not allowing you to have this conversation to make your point clear to them of what it is that you want or need. Some of you are waiting so badly to speak to somebody. You have something you want to say, but you feel like somebody's not giving you the time of day. It's making you feel like the Ten of Swords. It's making you feel like you are totally distraught, lost, hopeless, defeated, because you're unable to get to where you need to be with this partner. You can't even get them to respond to a text, to an email, to a phone call. Somebody has completely turned their back on you, or you have completely turned your back on somebody else. And this is the way that you're feeling, or they're feeling. Whoever turned their back, then the other person is feeling this way. I get the King of Wands. The King of Wands, he's known to start things but not finish things. So I get the King of Wands for you. So either you or them are definitely known to start things but not finish things. So who is that for? Who exactly is that for? This is the reason that they start them and can't finish them, is because the Devil card showed up here, which is talking all about addictions, or it's talking about well, if it's not drugs and alcohol, then it could be addiction to sex, addiction to men or women, addiction to pornography, addiction to even work. This is somebody who just doesn't take the time to handle their family matters or their love situations or friendships even. They're not taking the time out for that. They are just completely focused on money. So you may be dealing with a partner who, you know, is still trying to make that decision on what's important between love and money, trying to decide whether they need to work more. Some of your partners are feeling that they need a lot of money in order to support you, and they're not thinking about everything else that's needed to be supported. At the same time, you are heavy contemplating, although you're finding a way to free your mind of a situation, because it shows that you are definitely taking the time out to meditate, to think about things, to try to manifest the situation back into a good, positive way. I do feel that you are, like the Chariot card, you are protecting yourself. It feels like something's coming to a halt right now, but at the same time, this toxic situation that you were involved in, you now have the guards of the Sphinx here. They're sitting right there in the front, and they're guarding. Okay, they're guarding and protecting. Same card that I got for Libra is showing that somebody wants to offer you a cup, or you want someone to offer you their cup, but they're not doing so. They're not doing so because after that situation with the Tower, after that moment that you've had, somebody's afraid to come back around. Maybe they're afraid that the police are going to be called. Maybe they're afraid this time they'll go to jail. Maybe somebody's afraid that you know, you're just hanging around waiting for somebody to come back. Maybe they feel that they know you'll be there, so they're going to go and do what they want to do right now, because they're so sure, as the narcissist that they are, that you're going to wait for them no matter what, that you're always going to be there when they're ready. But for some of you, your partner made you feel left out in the cold. They made you feel like they walked away from you and left you with nothing. They either took your vehicle too, or they took the home that you were staying in and made you get out. Maybe you had to go live with a family member because somebody made choices to go with somebody else. I also feel too that, you know, a lot of you, maybe, you know, this was your family. Maybe this was your family that you were involved with, and maybe some of you lived at home. Maybe you had an issue with a family member, and the family member is the one who put you out in the cold and left you with nowhere to go. For some of you, it may not be a relationship. It could be just a family situation. But for some of you, I do get that maybe you were the one providing for your household. You were taking care of yourself, the children, and all the bills, while your partner was out trying to make a decision about the different options that he had, and still trying to make a choice between you and somebody else. Meanwhile, they left you with all the responsibilities. I do see that you're putting the work in. Very, very difficult, very hard. You're definitely grinding it. Look. And you're marking each coin with your star, showing that I did this, and I did this, and I did this, but you did nothing. And that's what you're showing them. Somebody made you feel as if you couldn't do anything for yourself for quite some time, but you decided to finally brush yourself off and get up from being knocked completely down. And now you're going to take this blindfold off. You're going to unwrap yourself from these ties and find that you have an abundance coming to you, which is money and love is both coming towards you. So stay positive, Scorpio, because I do see blessings coming. I also see, yep, that was the Lover's card and the Ace of Cups, but I also see the Strength card. And the Strength card's telling me that you're going to be able to get through this. And I do feel like the judgment is going to be passed. It's going to be passed on someone. Somebody is finally going to be able to see the way they've been treating you and the things that they've been doing, and that hasn't been working for them. Some of your partners may have been going out trying to date other people and thinking that they were, you know, God's gift to them, whoever this was, male or female. But at the same time, they're going to get a rude awakening that, you know, all that glitters is not gold. And they're going to figure it out that they made a mistake. I do get, with the King of Wands, somebody was cheating. There's no doubt about it. Somebody was cheating in the past. But I also feel like there is definitely somebody in the past, too, was lying and cheating. That's not good. That's not good. I do get that they were, this definitely is telling me with the King of Swords that he was in another relationship. You can't trust that King of Swords. You can't trust him. Some of you may have been dealing with a Sagittarius, because when I get the Temperance card, I mean, that's somebody who may be willing to sacrifice, may be willing to make an offer, may be willing to meet you halfway. That is definitely showing. But at the same time, right now, Scorpios, either you or your partner is the Hermit. Somebody has been feeling left out, alone, hopeless, wandering, looking, searching, or somebody may have been watching you, Scorpio. That's definitely a fact. Somebody may have been watching you, and again, it would be a black vehicle. It would be a dark color vehicle. Could be dark blue, dark black, definitely black. I keep seeing a dark color vehicle. Also, for some of you with the Five of Cups, some of you guys are still looking at what happened in the past. Some of you still focused on there. Some of you are focused on so much of what hurt you rather than what's left to salvage of the situation. Or maybe your partner is looking at what's been done, figuring that there's no hope in the situation, but they're not paying attention. Nobody's willing to turn around and see that there's still 2 more cups to work with. Messages are going to come in pretty quickly for you guys. Or you're going to travel a short distance to go see somebody. You're definitely going to travel a short distance to go see somebody. And I do feel like with the Page of Pentacles, you definitely have the desire and the ambition to. You definitely see your goal in front of you. You know what you want to do. A lot of you Scorpios know that you miss your partner and you want to be with them. You want to give them another chance. Or they want to give you another chance. And at the same time, you know, you're willing to plant your feet this time. Somebody is willing to be all in. Somebody's willing to make a sacrifice here. I definitely get that. Yep, the Knight of Wands. I got the Knight of Wands, and with the Knight of Wands, yes, some of you could have dealt with a one-night stand in the past, or your partner. Somebody may be avoiding this conversation or the situation. Somebody doesn't want to own it. Maybe your partner doesn't want to own the fact as the Justice card is reversed, so they don't want to own the fact that they had cheated on you or made a bad mistake. But at the same time, you are willing to forgive this person and move forward with them if they come clean. I do feel like there's a decision to be made between the two of you, but at the same time, I feel like somebody is definitely coming towards you, and this could be a new partner as well, wanting to offer you balance. But I don't feel like you're paying this person much mind. Some of you have your blinders on and don't even see that there's a new person out there, Scorpio, wanting to be with you. But at the same time, you're focused on the person from the past. But this is what you can have. This is what the universe is saying that you can have if you decide to take a chance. Okay? A lot of you are sitting very strong on your throne. Okay? Looking at the crowd, trying to make a decision, showing someone that you have the power. One power is reaching up to the heavens, asking for the blessings, asking for one more try. And I do feel like this is very positive, and it speaks the truth about Scorpios. But be careful. Okay? Be careful of the yin and yang. Be careful of the positive and the negative. Be careful of being caught in those two boundaries. You're going to have to make a decision somewhere, Scorpio. But I do feel like you're tired of being left out in the cold. And I think that for February, you're going to take a stance. I feel like you're going to have that conversation with your partner. There is going to be communication coming. I do see you or them coming towards you. It's not very quickly, but it is coming probably between the 1st and the 14th of the month. So I would think before Valentine's Day, you're going to hear from this person. And I feel like there is going to be some type of an offer. It feels like there may even be some type of charm or bracelet or piece of jewelry that may be offered. Somebody's trying to make a peace offering, more or less, with you. Somebody's trying to show you that they still care and that they do still love you. They are trying to sort things out in their mind, but I feel like they are a little bit stuck trying to understand themselves and how they feel. They know they created your broken heart, but look, your heart is starting to heal. You've found a way to try to mend all those broken pieces of your heart, and you're trying to get yourself back together, Scorpio. So stay strong, because if it was this way, you'd still be suffering very badly. This is showing that you're kind of getting used to what happened. You're trying to sort through it now. It's been quite a while. Now you're ready for them to come back so that you can have this conversation. So stay tuned, Scorpio, because I really think there's an opportunity for you to mend this. So I feel like you're going on the mend for February. Definitely going on the mend. And there is going to be communication coming to you. So stay positive, and I will see you soon.